Greetings. My name is Ben, aka Downsize It, and I am joined today by Social General Rob.
Oh.
And as you can see on the table in front of you, this will be Social General Rob's debut of his Providence class cruiser. His Invisible Hand expansion came in. And if you haven't seen it yet, yesterday a video dropped when we did an unboxing and discussion about the contents of that expansion, the new ship, etc. So go ahead and check that out. And before we move on for the Batrep, we're going to actually do a little bonus AMA answer here because I skipped over a question accidentally. And if you haven't watched the AMA yet, that was a couple of videos ago where I give my responses to my first AMA video. And it was a question submitted by Crazy Kev 1985. So apologies for skipping over your question, but we'll just do it now. And his question was, after Thrawn, because that's clear, everybody who watches now knows that's my favorite commander.
Yes.
Who's my second favorite commander to play, and why? Why do I find it so fun to run that commander? And that one was also very easy for me. Very close second to Thrawn, and that's Admiral Sloane. And Admiral Sloane is an absolute beast of a commander. Her ability to take just generic, cheapo TIE Fighter squadrons, and obviously you can use it's really effective with any blue dice bomber squad. She even works with defenders. I've never tried a Sloane defender list. I might try that sometimes. That'd be even really nasty. But your ability was...
Who's that against Robbie?
Yeah. He's like, don't do it again. But with Sloane's ability to be able to use accuracies when you're doing squad attacks to spend your opponent's defense tokens, and nothing you can do about it. You just start font, and eventually they got nothing left.
There's a Batrep back there, you'll see that he did
that. Yeah, almost really wiped out a ship, and almost entirely his defense tokens with a squadron activation. And the reason why I love Sloane is because I love squadron play. It's my favorite way to play with squads. And Sloane, as far as if you want to do a pure squadron list, I think Sloane is the best commander for squad play. Just the highest level. I can't even think off the top of my head a commander that can beat Sloane when it comes to just a pure squadron focused commander. So absolutely love Sloane. She is a very close second to Thrawn, for Thrawn being my number one commander. And I guess nothing else much to say there. And since I got Rob with me, Rob, you haven't, obviously this question wasn't directed at you because you've never played Thrawn, I don't think. But
no, I've played against him quite often.
Yes. So why don't you actually go and describe just the second part of the question? What is your favorite commander to play? For those that might not be aware.
Well, continue with the Imperial side. I'm sure you have the Rebel side.
No, not necessarily. Go and we'll just do it. Just doesn't have because this wasn't an Imperial focused question. It was just asking in general after Thrawn, who's my favorite commander? Would be any faction, and it would be Sloane. It's not just Imperial. Top two for me, it's Thrawn and Sloane for all of Armada, as far as my favorite commanders. So, what's your favorite commander to play?
Well, my favorite commander to play, and as those who watch the channel know, is Akbar. But after him, and I will go along the same lines, would be Dodonna. It's my second favorite to play. I do love he's just he's easy to play, but every time it's a crit, the first crit that the enemy takes is a face up. It's an asteroid. He gets a crit from a ship or a bomber, doesn't matter. It's face up, and Dodonna gets to choose. I like to say I, but anyways.
Yeah, out of 4 cards.
Out of 4 cards. So, yeah, that's huge to me.
Yeah.
And
that's something I always forget when I play against Dodonna. It's any crit that your opponent takes.
Yeah, any crit.
Any face up damage card. So even if you're mispiloted your ship and you land on an asteroid, it's like, nah, Dodonna gets to pick.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, so those two are my favorite. They'll be second rank would be Dodonna.
Yeah, Akbar and Dodonna, both excellent admirals, absolutely fantastic, and tough to play against as well. So thank you, Crazy Kev, for your question submission. And again, apologies for forgetting to do it in the AMA. We guys did a little bonus one at the start of this Batrep here. So go ahead and keep an eye out, everyone. Just again, quick talking about the AMAs. This is anything I want to start with the channel. The next one I do will be with Social General Rob. I'll probably do the announcement video just by myself, just announcing that it's happening. And then as you guys submit questions, we'll film the response video here,
Right.
Rob and myself, and that'll be in May. So, and May's only a couple weeks away, so I'll probably do it sooner than later. So probably early May. I'll do the next AMA that'll include both of us.
Right.
You guys can ask questions there. So that'll be coming in the future.
Right.
So now to get back to why you're all here, and that is for a battle report featuring for the first time on the channel
The Invisible Hand.
The Invisible Hand. And it is actually the Invisible Hand Providence class carrier. You'll see that coming up when I go over to Fleets and Mission. And then after that, Rob and I will be discussing our strategy and tactics in the pregame interview as you guys see our deployment in a sped up overlay. For the Rebels, we have Mon Mothma on a Pelta-class command ship, with Ramus Antilles, Lando Calrissian, the Phoenix Home title, All Fighters Follow Me, and expanded hangar bay. 2 MC-30 torpedo frigates, with Ordnance Experts, Advanced Projectors, and Assault Proton torpedoes. And the classic GR-75 with Bright Hope, Torn Far, and Bomber Command Center and expanded hangar bay. For Rebel squadrons, we have 3 X-Wing squadrons escorting 4 B-Wing squadrons. For the Separatists, we have the debut of General Grievous on a Providence-class carrier with the Invisible Hand title, Flight Commander, Thermal Shields, Jedi Hostage, B-2 Rocket Troopers, Assault Proton Torpedoes, and Leading Shots, a Munificent Comms Frigate with Auxiliary Shields Team and Point Defense Ion Cannons, and a Hard Cell Transport with the Beast of Burdens title and Commsnet. For the Separatist squadrons, we have the Howard Chow prototypes, DIS T-81, Flak RFOC prototypes, 2 Hyena droid bombers, and 4 Vulture droid fighters. For missions, we are both coming in at exactly 400, and we did a roll-off. I won the roll-off, and based on what it looked like the scenario was going to be between both of our ships, I thought it best for me to be first player. So I, in a sense, deferred and allowed Rob to be second. So that means I had to choose from his missions. And he has Surprise Attack, Asteroid Tactics, and Superior Positions. And I chose to go with Superior Positions, mainly just to make it easy for the first match debuting the Providence, so we didn't have to worry too much about special mission rules, make it too complicated, as we're trying to figure out these new cards and new interactions. So coming up next, Rob and I will discuss our strategy and tactics in the pre-game interview while we have deployment on a sped-up overlay. Okay, so now that you've seen the fleets and the mission, and as you see as we start doing our deployment here, why don't you go ahead and go over your thoughts behind your fleet build and strategy, etc. for the game.
Not as much strategy in this one because I want to display and use the Invisible Hand the most. But I want to use it as a carrier. Dreadnought was very, very enticing to me, trust me. But I really wanted the squads out, and I want to use it as a carrier like I've seen. I can do.
And to try out that fleet command.
And try out the fleet command, which is the
Jedi Hostage.
is hostage. And I just thought it's a neat sounding one. I just love it. So I then used up the Invisible Hand title itself, which allows me to use any swarm, 5 swarms up to board the ship. And that way it's a carrier, literally a carrier that's sending out its ships. And I like that idea in itself. So I put on 2 tri-fighters, they're named. They are the DST-81 and the
Yeah, Frog, Afrog, I think.
Frog.
Flock, Afrog.
Yeah, here we go again.
Arfok, whatever.
If you've seen our last Batrep on
these separatist spider names, man, I tell you what.
Yeah, because the next one is on there too. The Har-Chal, which is a vulture droid, named ship, is on there as well as 2 other vulture droids. I really want to try to get the hyena. I keep calling B-wings. I'm sorry, I'm a little player. That's what happens. I really wanted to get the hyenas on there, but unfortunately not swarm. It would be more beneficial, I thought. So
one way you can do that in the future, you know, is if you on your offensive retrofit, put rapid launch base and you can put 4 main bonus in as well. So you have 9 squads.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Future is
for
the future.
Well, once you get the next another squad pack, so you're actually gonna have 4 hyenas.
Right, because that, as we said in the unboxing, I'm pretty much cooked. So there'll probably be a couple of things coming in extra. But anyways, so I got flight controllers on here, and
no, not flight control, flight command.
Flight command, I keep doing that.
It's
my fault.
So it's basically so that you really want to have this officer with invisible hand now, but especially when you're doing rapid launch base. This flight commander lets you move, do all your shooting and moving, and then drop your squads and activate squads. So it gives you more versatility, so you can actually move then drop. So you have more control over how you're going to drop your squads that are sitting in the ship. So.
I keep thinking flight controls because, well, Ben uses them against me a lot. So
great upgrade.
For
they
are. But I also placed, and I'm sure you're seeing this down below, but the thermal shields, I want to try that out. I want to try out the B2 rocket troopers. They really just sounded really great to me. And then for, I hate to say it, but we'll say galactic version, I put on the assault proton torpedoes and leading shots. That way I can constantly use all my abilities at close range, because the carrier probably is going to get a little close. I mean, I think that's what she plans to do. Then I also have now the Misfit. Now the Misfit and the hard cell. It was hard on me because they're basically naked. Misfit has a Grizzly shield team and point defense ion cannons. I really want to try the point defense ion cannons. Comes with the Invisible Hand pack. And the hard cell comes with Beast Burden and Comms Net. So the hard cells version is basically to support the fleet. They're just support. And Magnificent, it's out there, hope to take down some fighters and do some damage as well. But my main focus, unfortunately, so again, this was not a great list I put together. It was not really thought out, not like I really want to, but I really want to try the Invisible Hand the most, so that's why I did it this way.
Kind of like all your eggs are in
one basket.
The Invisible Hand basket.
Yes, the carrier literally is how all my eggs.
Yes.
So that's what I did.
So for my fleet, this will be a first fleet I've run in a while that isn't a subscriber list. I still got more to use, but I just wanted to put one together for myself and try one out. And going with Rebels, again, to go a little bit out of my comfort zone. And the main reason why I want to put this fleet together is I wanted to put my money where my mouth is when it comes to, if you guys watched my podcast I had with the Irish Mad Cat, and when we ranked commanders for Imperials and Rebels, I put my Mothma at the top for Rebels. I think her ability is fantastic. You know, the benefits of evade closer and additional benefits at close range, and I wanted to see if I can actually prove it. So my Mothma list, and I also and I think the best really excellent ships for that to try to see how well my Mothma can actually function is MC-30s. So I brought 2 of them, and they're going to be my heavy hitters. But I also, again, I love squadron play, and I've had this done to me before with Robbie, where he brought a Pelta with a swarm of B-wings and came in and did the business. I want to give it a shot, so I'm bringing my Pelta and my Fleet Command carrier, B-wing swarm, and the X-wings purely just there to soak up damage as escorts. And I couldn't get away, I don't know how you build a Rebel fleet without bringing GR-35, Bright Hope, Torrent Far. I mean, it's probably the most ubiquitous ship build in all of Armada, and that's
It just works perfectly.
It's hard. You have to be like, all right, I'm not going to bring that ship in this fleet for once if you're a Rebel player. But it's like you almost have to bring it. You don't have to, but you just see it all the time. It's such a great combo.
I tried once.
Not to bring it,
Yeah, she was in a G's MC-75.
Yeah.
It didn't really work out well for her.
So anyway, my strategy on this one is mainly it's going to be a it's a combination. I've got my 2 blast cannons of the MC-30s. My goal is they're just going to run up and get close, rely on the Mothma ability to keep them alive, and laying out some serious hurt with their torpedo salvos, and then with Phoenix Home and Bright Hope moving up the bomber wings. And X-Wings are bombers as well, and I have Bomber Command Center. So basically my entire squad play is all bombers, and their goal is to also come in and lay and hurt some ships. And I'm going to have to take out, obviously, Rob's got bunches of squads too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't die quite as easily as TIE fighters, but pretty close.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to, hopefully, we can chew through them. Unfortunately, Rob has invisible hands, so I actually can't get to them fast. So Rob can choose when he wants to move and then drop. And so I'm going to have to be very careful with my placement so I don't get them locked down right away, especially my B-wings. So we're going to have to. This is going to be interesting play counterplay with both our squadron setups here. And one thing that Rob does have the advantage of, I have all small ships. The highest hit points I have is the Pelta at 5. Everyone else, they are glass cannons. Rob's coming in with, this thing is going to be tough to take down. We all know how hard Howard cells are to take down. Munificence are no slouches either, especially with your. So Rob's got the durability, and I'm very fragile. And if my theory on how good my Mothma is wrong, evade benefits at medium and close range, then this could be a very short game for me. Because I am going to want to get up and close and personal with those MC-30s, and I'm going to then have to be taking some major hits from these cruisers here. So,
but we'll see. Because like I said, the Munificent is kind of naked, which is really hard. And I want to bring Tambar.
What?
Tambar?
What Tambar?
What Tambar? Yes, they do. I wanted to bring him on, put him on the Munificent. I was like, well, that doesn't quite work the way I wanted it to work. But I thought he can, but anyway, I couldn't fit him. But so anyways, we'll see how this works.
Yep.
I think it could go another walls both ways.
We'll see how the debut goes for the Invisible Hand and the new upgrade cards. And we'll see how it goes with me trying my hand at running a multiple small unit rebel list with my Mothma to see if I can actually justify my ranking of my Mothma when I did my rankings. So, coming up next, Rob and I will be playing our dials, and then we'll be at the start of round 1. Start of round 1. All the rebel forces starting at speed 3. B-wings are lined up in formation. Their X-wing escorts. The MC-30 torpedo frigates prepared to make their torpedo runs. Meanwhile, the separatist forces are at speed 1, with the majority of their fighter escorts in the launch bays of the Invisible Hand, prepared to drop at a moment's notice. And then the escorts of the Invisible Hand and Grievous, both squadrons and ships. And one thing I would like to give a shout out here, I was able to find out who did make this mat. It was actually Mercier. One, my brother-in-law Zach was able to reach out to him and get in contact with him, but also Mercier reached out to me, and those of you that are on the Armada Discord, His handle is In Rob We Trust, so another Rob. So thank you, In Rob We Trust, for the mat through my brother-in-law Zach, and I will be reaching out to you actually at some point in the future, because I would love to get something like this for Scarif as well. So with that housekeeping out of the way, and also want to give a housekeeping that Rob does have a pass token because he's second player and outnumbered 4-2-3. Okay, I'm going to start with my unmarked MC30 as they navigate, speeding up to speed 3 and just going straight for now. Okay, Rob decided to use his pass token, and so I'm going to activate my marked MC30. It is a navigate, speeding up to speed 3, just going straight, and for now staying in formation with it.
Okay, I'm going to be using my Magnificent. I have used the engineering dial to put up my auxiliary shields, so both port and starboard are now up one more to 4 shields, and I will be moving 1 forward.
Okay, going with Bright Hope. It is a navigate, just taking a token for now, and moving straight. I don't need to make any fancy maneuvers yet.
Alright, so now we get the hard cell moving, and it's an engineering command dial. I took that token that I got from it, because I kept it as token, but I used my comms nets to give it to the invisible hand. So the invisible hand now has an engineering token. I'm now moving 1, and I just clicked it up there at the 1 part, just so I can try to get around this asteroid.
Okay, going with Mothma on the Phoenix Home. It is a squadron command, getting a token from Remus, which I am going to be banking, and that's just going to be my factory to activate all fighters follow me for the rest of the game. And I am using my squad command, activating my 4 bombers, my B-wings, moving them forward. Essentially just not wanting to waste the command and also getting them out of the way because of my forward deployment directly in front of the ship. Moving forward speed 2. Staying within command ring.
Now I'm activating the visible hand. It is a squadron dial. I'm taking the token. And I have no shots. So I'm going to be moving forward 1 and just preparing. As all droids do, contemplating and calculating.
Okay, that's it for all the ship movement. Command was going to be the squadron phase. It's going to be my X-Wings moving, and Rob's 2 Vulture droids and 2 hyenas that are outside the ship. It's just going to be movement, so we'll be doing that off screen, and I'll give you a recap of their movement at the start of round 2. Okay, at the start of round 2, I have activated all fighters follow me, so all of my squads get a speed 1 bump. And here we have Mon Mothma and Bright Hope with their squadrons ready to go. You see the X-Wings just moved forward. And then for the droid fighters, 2 vultures up front, hyenas behind, staging near the station. And my dynamic duo of the MiG-30s preparing to move forward and stage for their torpedo runs. Meanwhile, Grievous, his escorts, just staying in position, but the most important thing is the invisible hand as a whole truckload of fighters ready to drop and ruin my day. Okay, I'm going to start with Bright Hope, who is a squadron command, getting 3 with my expanded hangar bay. And I am sending my X-Wings out. And for those that aren't familiar with my channel, we just do squads all at once instead of one at a time when it's beneficial because it's easier for filming. So my X-Wings all are moving forward here. Plans are to attack the hyena bombers. Because vultures, unfortunately, do not have escorts, so I can go ahead and attack them and see if I can't wipe out Rob's bombing potential. Alright, we're going to be starting with attacking the hyena bomber on the right. We're going to be doing the X-Wing that is furthest away from the screen. And I am out of torn fire range with all my X-Wings, but I wanted to make sure I got clear shots of these hyena bombers. So no re-rolls, unfortunately. We'll just see how it goes. 4 damage each on these guys. 3 damage from the first attack. Second X-Wing, it's also going to be just right in line there. Whiff. Only Torn Fire could help. And third X-Wing, can I get one? I do. So only one Hame armor down, took 3 X. Okay, I'm just going to be staying at speed 2 and staying straight. Keeping Bright Hope right in the center of things with that bomber command center for future use and hopefully Torn Fire if I get positioned correctly.
Okay, I'll be activating the Heart Cell. It is a engineering command, which I take the token and I pass it over to the Beneficent. I'm also going to be flacking out the front at the X-Wings who decide to move right within flaggable range. And we'll see what happens here.
Okay, so with the X-Wing on your left, yeah, I'm just going to roll it here. There's a miss. Try to do it on the screen here. Next one to the right takes a hit. And the one on the back takes a hit. So, pretty effective flak for only 1 blue dice, for sure. And movement speed 1. Yeah, that will in on the asteroid. Face up to the Heart Cell. Coolant discharge. Only 1 attack can perform each round to target a ship.
Okay.
Not terrible. Okay, going with my marked MC30. It is a navigate, speeding up to speed 4, getting the extra click at the 4, and displaying no fear here. We're going to really test my Mothma's abilities. Going right up into the face of this Beneficent. Ready to unload its assault proton torpedoes next round.
Okay, I'm using the Beneficent. It is a navigate token. Dial, sorry, my bad. I will be taking it as a token though, and I will be shooting my front into his front of the MC30 you see there, but I'm also got my side arc on the starboard side and shoot into his front arc. So we'll be shooting both shots into him and see how my Mothma works.
Alright, we're starting with side to front, and it's barely clipping my front arc. I kind of misjudged my angle there. So he's getting this double arc. So side to front, 3 reds. 1 red, 2 blanks. No way to modify with this setup. So I'm just going to redirect that with my advanced projectors to the back. Alright, then the front shot.
Okay.
2 red, 2 blue. We got an accuracy and a couple hits. Where would you like the accuracy to go?
One thing with the MC30s, they really have a good setup.
Yeah, having the doubles of their defense tokens is very helpful.
Yeah. So, I think I will do the green redirect.
Green redirect. So can't use green redirect. I'm going to evade and use Mon Mothma's ability to get a second ability with that. The base I can get another reroll at close range with Mon Mothma. I'm going to risk the red. Could be bad. So that came out to an accuracy, so nothing but a red crit. No big deal. I'll just take it on the front shield. So front shield's down to 2, and the aft shield's down to 1. And there's no way for Rob to avoid, so there's going to be rams. We both take a face down damage. Okay, going with my unmarked MC30 to navigate, but this one is slowing down to speed 2. And I'm actually just going to hold this here. Not quite hitting that vulture droid. So, staying in formation and prepping for a second run.
Alright, it's the Invisible Hand's turn. The Invisible Hand did a squadron dial, and I had a token. So I will be, after move, thanks to Flight Control Commander, be letting loose my fighters after I move. But first, we have a side shot for the Invisible Hand into the front of the MC30 that is facing down the Beneficent, and it is at medium range. So we will take that shot. My second shot will be out the front and in flacking out 2 of the X-Wing fighters that are closest to it. It cannot reach the third.
This one and this one. Yep. Okay, starting with flacking. We'll start with the X-Wing that's on the left side. That is undamaged. 2 black. If I can not miss the dice tower for 1 damage. And then the next one for 1 damage. So 1 damage each on those X-Wings. Then for the side shot, and this is actually his clear shot, barely a clear shot, but it is clear. So he's going to get 2 red, 2 blue on this shot here into the front of the MC-30. Pretty good. Probably don't want to use your leading shots on this one.
No.
Yeah. What are you looking for? No, if you want to do it now, this is where you give me a raid. Yep, you're doing a non-salvo attack at close medium range, so I get a raid of some kind.
Yep. So I put a raid up. Oh, did you choose or does it not choose?
No, you get to choose this one.
It will be a squad, no, not choose. It's going to be a focus fire.
A straight fire raid on my March MC-30. Alright, where is he actually going?
Okay, the accuracy is going to go on your... your... Let's put the accuracy on your green evade.
Green evade. Okay. And discard this evade. My Mothma wants me to discard dice at close medium range, and with the discard I get to do twice since you're a larger ship than me, so discard the doubles. And then I'll spend my green redirect to redirect the 1 damage to my starboard side.
Either way.
Yeah, there's no way you could stop it.
No.
You would need 2 actions.
Alright, the invisible hands moving forward 1. Looks like I'm going to be barely missing the hard sell. Yes,
Yeah,
it is. Alright.
does miss it, and now we'll cut away, and then Rob's going to drop all the squads, and then we'll come back sure where all the squads drop to. Okay, so these are where they dropped. Now, again, I just want to keep reminding everyone, just in case you're new to Armada, new to the channel, this would all happen one at a time. He would drop 1 squad, resolve the attacks, then drop the next one, resolve the attacks, etc. Swing it all at once here to make things easier for filming. So we have the Horchal named Vulture here, 2 generic Vultures here, then we have the Frock Tri-Fighter, and the DTS Tri-Fighter. And they are within range from sniping and also within 1 barely here of this B-Wing. He had to keep away from the X-Wings because X-Wings have escort, and this one is barely outside of escort range, but anywhere in here would have been within escort range of these X-Wings, and he'd have to attack them. And he wants to go after my B-Wings, obviously. So we'll do the attacks here, coming up. Okay, so the first Vulture to drop is a generic Vulture, so one that's right in the middle. And he's attacking the B-Wing that is 3rd away from what you guys are seeing on the screen. So 2 away from Bright Hope. He gets a blue-black normally, and an AI 2 because of the special drop rules for invisible hands. So what 2 dice are you adding?
Is that 2 red?
It has to be color that's in your dice pool.
Blue black. Okay, so let's do blue and black actually. Let's do blue and black.
Okay, and no swarm on this one because he's the first one out. That'll be 2 damage. So that B-Wing goes down to 3. Alright, and then what's the next one out?
We'll do the hot shaw.
Alright, so he's also blue-black. And what are you adding?
And I will be adding 2 black actually this time.
2 black, and you do get swarm on this one. And attacking the same one. And just so you guys know, the Horchal is the Vulture that is the furthest away from your screen there. 2 damage. And then getting a swarm reroll. And that B-Wing goes down. And then we have the next generic, or the last generic Vulture coming in. That's the one the closest to your screen. And who's he attacking? What are you
One
adding?
straight in front of him.
This is the B-Wing closest to your screen.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you adding?
I'm adding, let's do black again.
So 2 black?
Yep.
And getting swarm. All these attacks are not going to get swarm. Everyone's within range of each other. 4 damage. B-Wing down to 1. Alright, the Frock.
The Frock will attack the one.
He's only in range on the one that's closest to the... We can adjust his movement, because like I said, normally this happens 1 at a time, but if you get any closer, you're going to be in range of the X-Wings.
So So you can only get the one that's directly in front of him?
Yes. If you want to get the one that's further in, because we measured it, he'd be within distance 1 of the furthest, the X-wing that's sticking out the back.
No, we can get the one that's directly in front of him, that's fine.
Just take him out.
Yeah, 2 black. Well, actually.
Get a red, blue, black. I believe that's what the Tri-Fighters get. Red, blue, black, and then adding 2 black.
Actually, it's on the red. Because they forgot they had an extra one.
So add a black, red.
Black, red, yeah.
Just need 1 damage. B-wing goes down. Okay, and now your DTS. This one has snipe. Let me see. So this is going to be a little bit different than you guys see on the screen. Yeah, since he has snipe, he can possibly get closer and hit the one that is number 2 on the screen, from the screen you guys are seeing, to see if he can get within snipe range and not be within. Yeah, so he's going to just do a slight shift over next to Afrock so he can do a snipe at the distance for the drop. So he gets snipe 3, which is 3 blue.
And again, because we would have normally.
Yeah, normally this is, again, when you guys are doing this at home or with friends and everything, just remember to eat it 1 at a time with squats. That way, because you actually, as you do, it's beneficial for you that way, because you can see what happens, you can readjust. Alright, so 3 blue with the snipe, and then so you have to add blue, so you get 2 additional blue. And then he gets 1. So 5 blue, 4 damage. 4 damage. Almost got the 1 shot. Okay. B-wing on 1 health. That was pretty effective. As you guys can see, that invisible hand, alpha strike drop, getting the extra AI was pretty massive. Okay, so going with my Mothma. Definitely had a misplay here. Playing my B-wings too far forward, letting him jump in and tag him so they could do bombing runs. It is a squadron command. Taking a token from Ramus. I'm not really sure how effective all players follow me is going to be beneficial now. So, and my B-wings are locked down, so they have to attack these squads here. So I'm going to be, this B-wing is going to start attacking this vulture, and this B-wing, depending on if it's dead or not, maybe attacking this vulture. And I'll be flacking. I'm within my blue flak range to hit everybody except the DTS. So I'll be throwing 1 blue at all these guys that just dropped. See what I can do to help mitigate this swarm that is now in my face. Alright, my first B-wing one is uninjured, attacking the generic vulture. Dead. Very good. And the next B-wing, unfortunately I'm being locked down by Horchal, so he can't move. The next B-wing, attacking the other generic vulture. 2 hits, and then torn far. Dead. Alright, well at least I did some damage. Not nearly as much as you did to me. B-wings are worth a bit more than generic vultures, but just getting people off the board. And then some flacking. We'll start on the horror. 1 hit, I'm assuming you want to scatter.
You should have
no more attacks.
Yeah, scatter.
And on the frog, torn far, just to make you spend a scatter. Yeah, hit. And scatter. Movement, still going with speed 2. Turning in. I am landing on the horror vulture. I'm just going to call it the horror vulture. And my wounded B-wing, where would you like to place them?
B-wing, I'm going to put him right up in front, actually, of your...
Yep.
Yep, right there.
And he's just going to die next time he activates. You don't even have to attack him, because he's next to the Afrock. Yeah, and this guy's nice, so he actually damages ships.
Mm-hmm. I like to put him all, so I'm sorry. I'm going to put him right up... actually... yeah, we're going to put him right... I know he has to be between by your Delta. He's going to be by your Delta, but he's going to be on the port side. So right in front of your... Not the other side. Oh, no, Star Wars side. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So that way, let's see if Torn Farts.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
Squadron phase coming up next. Okay, we're going to be starting with the Vulture droid that's on the far right. All these Vulture droids actually are barely being locked down by the X-Wing that's closest to the hard cell. because they're not totally within the station, and that X-Wing actually is close enough to be engagement range and is getting parts of their cardboard that is not obstructed. So, Rob obviously wants to see if he can't take him out. So tagging that X-Wing first, and that X-Wing has 4 health left. 1 hit, Swarm, 2 hits, then Vulture Droid.
Yes, Vulture Droid.
Okay, then the other Vulture Droid, that's to the left, that's barely peeking over the station. Same X-Wing. 1 hit, and Swarm. AI is only when you command them with command. So that X-Wing goes down, and then your Hyena. Where do you want your Hyena attacking?
It has to attack one of them, so it has to attack whatever one's walking down now. Well, yeah, it has to.
It's both of them, so which one do you want to attack?
Oh, what are the health on? What are their health on?
They both have 4 health remaining. They've both been damaged.
Alright, let's take the one right in front of the hard cell, actually.
Yeah, so that one's dead.
Oh, that one's dead.
That's the one you were shooting at.
Okay, that's the one I was at. Okay, that's what I meant. We'll take the one next to it then.
Okay, so the one that's closest on the right side of your screen there. The Hyena Bomber, so we can take some chunks out. And Hyenas don't have Swarm, but 1 damage. So that X-Wing is down to 3. Alright, a pretty significant round for the Separatists. Pretty much neutralizing my squadrons. Coming up next will be the start of round 3, and we'll see if Mon Mothma can recover. Start of round 3. Although not really meaningful anymore, all fighters follow me. I activated just because. And as you can see, at least from the squadron play, things are not looking too hot. The Rebellion, my whole bomber plane went out the window because I was way too aggressive with those B-Wings. It's pretty much fed them to that invisible hand droid drop. But this is where my firepower starts coming into play. My torpedo frigates are ready to start using their glass cannons. And so far, Rob's ships have been untouched. Let's see if we can't change that this round. Starting with my marked MC-30. It is a navigate. I am going speed 4 and I'm going to need to do some adjustments here not to fly off the board. But first, I have a double arc. Front and side into the front of the Munificent. Okay, starting with my front shot. 1 blue, 2 black, and I am in 4 and 4 range, so I will be getting some blue rerolls. Along with my Ordnance Experts. And I will Ordnance Experts this. Alright, 3 hits, one of them a blue crit.
Okay. Well, I'll be using my ion defense cannons. Do you have anything crit with blue? Doesn't matter.
Not, it's black crits.
Okay. But I'll reroll the blue anyways. Just.
Okay, can't get any worse, and you get the free reroll. It worked. Actually,
Good. And then I will. I'm going to redirect. And I'm going to redirect to my port side.
both of them.
Yep.
Okay, so port side goes down to 2 shields.
And that's
That it?
it.
Okay. Alright, side to front. 2 blue, 3 black. Oh, I like that. I may torn far one of those, see if I can't get an accuracy, but with your ions you can't stop the crit from happening. Ordnance Experts. That's good at least. And I will torn far this, see if I can get an accuracy. Can't get any worse. I do. And I'm going to accuracy your brace.
Okay, well, point defense cannons. They'll make you reroll when you hit crits.
Okay. Regular hit.
They're early innings. But, alright, so now.
It's 5 damage.
5 damage. Well, brace. Oh, no, I can't brace it because you did that right. Alright, salvoing, but we'll get to that in a minute. Well, I'll have to burn that redirect shields. And and I'll be redirecting from the opposite side. Just 5 damage.
So before that happens,
Oh, sorry.
so you are spinning a redirect. Before you start redirecting damage, first we do the crit effect. Assault proton torpedoes. So face up damage card. Damage controls. If you overlap a ship or obstacle, deal 1 face down damage card in addition to all other effects. So basically, if you ram, you take additional damage.
Great. Well, guess what?
And now you redirect the 5 damage coming in.
Alright, so now I redirect the 5 damage, like you just did, with the burning. And then the...
Where are you putting it?
Oh, on the starboard.
Okay, you only got 4 shields there, so 4 there. I'm going to drop the shields.
We're going to take 2 there, we're going to take the 2 on the port side. 4 there, take 1.
No, you don't have advanced projectors, you can only redirect to one location.
So, 2 there.
Okay,
And then
3 on the front.
3 on the front, yeah.
Okay, so front is down to 1, and both sides are down to 2. And then your salvo back, 2 reds. This will be into my side, because that's where the attack came from. No way to adjust or anything, so 1 hit. I'll actually just leave it like that. I'll spend 1 of my redirects. And I do have advanced projectors. I'll be redirecting that to my port side. Okay, with that salvo done, I'm using my nav to slow down to 3, taking an extra click at the 1 and just doing maximum turn potential. And coming up all the way around here.
Okay, the Magnificent has activated first, and I am activating its dial. It's a concentrated fire dial. I'll be firing out the side arc into his MC-30 with number 1 in the rear, and I'll be shooting out the front arc into the other MC-30. I'm using the engineering token to basically raise up some shields. I'll read up 1 shield up at the front, and...
Okay, starting with the side to rear, I just know this MC-30 is my numbered 1 that's been attacked. Side and front shields are at 2, rear shields at 1, and these are his defense tokens here. So 3 reds. Into the back. Your reds are hitting you today, Rob. Did you want to do your concentrate fire on this attack?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So
it has to be red.
Yeah.
Okay, hit crit.
Better.
And let's see, what do I want to do?
Maybe reroll my blank.
No, I will not have you reroll your blank. That's a hilarious joke, though. I like it. I will be spending my redirect. I'll take 1 on the back shield, 1 on my starboard shield. Since I did take a damage in the back, you get a victory token. That's something about superior positions that doesn't come up much. And these victory tokens are worth 15 points apiece. Alright, next attack. Medium range. You can do front to front or front to side. Which one would you prefer?
I should do this side 3.
3 everywhere except the back. The back has 2.
Then I'm going to do the front. I'm going to hit right in the front one.
Okay, 2 red, 2 blue, and these are the defense tokens for the unmarked MC-30. He has not been attacked yet, so full everything. Okay, so where would you like the extra to go? You got 2 hits. Although, I mean, in this instance, the extra doesn't do much for you, but...
Yeah, it's kind of like... It's not going to do anything, basically, the accuracy at that point. I'm going to accuracy one of your evasions, just to be in the game.
Okay, this one my evades. Well, since it's Mothma, medium range, I can cancel. I will cancel one of them, doesn't matter. 1 damage, sure, I'll spend a redirect, and I'll redirect it to the aft, because of advanced projectors.
Alright, so Magnificent's move, it's going speed 1. I'm going to take a click at the 1, going facing the station. And there we go.
Okay, we are going with Phoenix Home on Mothma. It is a squadron command. And I am going to be activating the 4 remaining squads I have. We've got this B-Wing here, full health, going to be attacking the Whore Vulture. This X-Wing was not locked down here because of how things cleared out. He was in engagement of the Hyena, but they're heavy, so it doesn't lock him down. And this was obstructed to these guys. So he's going to move down to try to assist. This X-Wing is locked down because of the way the angles are working, but we'll see what he can do to help clear that out. This B-Wing is dead no matter what, so he's going to attack the Frock and then die from either the counter or just the Frock's ability. And then I will be doing flacking out the front and out the side. Okay, we're going to be starting with the B-Wing that is dead, attacking the Frock. We'll say that these are his defense tokens right here. So 3 blues. It's not bad. It's 3 damage. Do I want to force you to take damage? I think I do. I'm going to Torn Far this. Oh well. 2 hits. Scatter. Okay, now we'll do my B-Wing that's on the Horror Vulture. That'll be his defense tokens here. 3 damage. I'll leave it. Yep. X-Wing on the same one that moved over. Not bad. I will Torn Far. Lock down both. He takes 2 damage. He's down to 1. Yep. And then the X-Wing attacking the Hyena. Not obstructed. Almost one shot. Let's see if Torn Far can do anything about that. Torn Far says, realign your targeting parameters. He's going to the left, not to the right. He does. One-shotting that Hyena bomber. I'd say that's pretty effective.
Afraid of me too.
Yep. What's that?
Afraid of Grievous too.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that does matter. Do you want to ready your salvo? Because that's the only thing you have expended. Or you can ready one of these.
I'm thinking the horde.
Alright, so readying this with Grievous's ability is within range. Because it does work on unique squads as well. Which, here comes the flak. On the horde, a hit. Scatter, okay. And then I think you can only do it on 1.
Well, nobody else died yet.
Well, no, I'm saying when 1 dies, I think you can only ready on 1. Yeah, only 1. Because the Afrock was also in range. But,
right.
And then flak on the Afrock. Torn Far. Nothing. And then on the DTS, actually, I forgot to bring his defense tokens over. A hit. Scatter on the DTS.
Scatter,
yeah. So DTS scatters. Alright, so pretty effective overall, I would say. Before we go anywhere, as I move, the Horror Vulture gets to make an attack against me. Pretty good. Not in swarm range, no. So 2 hits. Man, I'm going to be taking a shot from the invisible hand. I think I might just take it to save my defense tokens. I am going to take it, I think. I might have to be burning stuff anyway. I'll redirect, take 1 on the side, 1 on the rear. Alright, again, going speed 2. Just doing a little side step here. Not quite running the invisible hand. But definitely staring down those forward guns.
Okay, the Heart's is up next. And she is going to be, it's an engineering dial, which she takes a token, she passes over the Magnificent. And then she's taking a shot out. Only can do 1 shot because doing my face-up card. Only makes me only use 1. I'm taking out on the Pelta from my front on his side.
Alright, we got close range, front to side, she's right in the blue. And I don't think you can modify it anyway, so it's just going to be straight up. You got 3 hits. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to Mon Mothma this, so reroll and then Mon Mothma at close range, so you get a second reroll. So I'm going to do these 2 right here. Actually, not that one, the crit. Same difference, unfortunately. So we will brace. 2, and I am just going to take it. So 1 on the shield, 1 face down. Be close. Rob's going to speed 1, and we're going to see if his butt swinging out is going to clip the Providence, and it does, unfortunately. So they both take a face down, then he comes back and lands on the asteroid and takes a face up. So that was... Unfortunately, the Beast of Burden is feeling lots of burden right now. Like a little play on words there, a poet, and no, I'm definitely not. So the Invisible Hand takes face down, Beast of Burden takes face down, and then landing on the asteroid takes a face up. Injured crew, choose and discard one of your defense tokens.
That's a bad one, especially with
Yeah, that's not good. Alright, we still got Grievous. If I kill anything, you can get one back.
Yep.
Exhaust is big.
Yep. But I'll have to get rid of the evade. I'm not going to get rid of the evade.
Yep, turn to evade.
This fights for other reasons. Right?
Okay, time for my unmarked torpedo frigate. It is a navigate, and it will be unloading double arc into the front of the Magnificent. Assault proton torpedoes loaded and ready to go. Alrighty, we will be starting with the front shot. 1 blue, 2 black into the front. As you guys know, the Magnificent's, this is defense tokens. Does have 2 damage, mainly from 1 assault proton torpedo and 1 ram. And the front and side shields are at 2, and the rear, so all shields are at 2 currently, actually, for the Magnificent. So front to front first. And I will actually ordnance both of these. Get greedy. So that happens during the defense step. So I will be stopping your base. 2 damage. Would you like to reroll one of these with your ion defense? Come on, reroll it, reroll it.
That's a good question, yeah. You still got 1, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a softening up. Normal proton torpedoes, the assaults, I'm not unloading it. Will be the side shot. There are 2 blanks on the black.
No, I know there are, and I know you're looking for blacks too. So, yeah, let's do it.
You are going to reroll.
Yeah, I'm going to reroll. Yeah, I will.
Alright. Point defense. That's a blank.
As I said, good luck. So, with 1 point, I have no shields on front, right?
You have 2 shields, so you'll be down to 1.
Alright, down to 1 then.
Can't do anything about it.
What am I doing? Yeah, I'm down to 1 then. But, do I want to burn that?
Do you want to burn the salvo now? That is the question.
Because you're untouched.
I'm untouched. No, I take it back. I've redirected 1 damage to the back. So my shields are down by 1 in the back. Everything else is good to go. And these are my defense tokens.
Yeah, you know what? He's probably going to go down. I'm going to redirect.
Meaning salvo?
Yeah, salvo. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yep. So 2 reds. Coming on in. Not bad at all. A double and a crit. I will spend this, and Mon Mothma gives me a second reroll at close range.
You want to roll?
Huh?
Just checking.
So it didn't help me at all. It's still the same effective damage. So I will be redirecting, and with my advanced projectors, this is why I love advanced projectors. We're taking 1 on the front, 1 on the side, 1 on the other side. So front and both side shields down by 1 each to 2. Now for the side to front. Haven't gotten inside yet. We can do it here. So we got 2 blue, 3 black. It's not bad, but it's also because of your ions. I do. So I am going to first Ordnance Experts these 2. I need to try to get another double, so you can't take away my Assault Proton. I didn't get it, so we'll see if you get lucky with your point defense. I'm going to Torn Forest of Inaccuracy. Stop that brace. Do not. So that'll be 6 damage so far.
Okay, ball first. We do the dice, right? Yeah, okay, I'm doing that.
Can we do the blue one? Sure, I'm going to roll
Sure,
with blue.
not really,
I'm
sure.
pause them? Okay.
It's gonna be black, yeah. Let's see
Alright.
if I can get like
Come back, hit crit. Come back, hit crit. Nope, no assault protons. 5 damage.
Good, and then we'll brace it.
Brace to 3. 1 on the shield. 2 face down, 2 health remaining. Your point defense ion cannons, I'm saving you, man.
They are. They're great.
Good. That's a good debut of a brand new card. So. Okay, speeding up to speed 3 with my nav, doing some janky stuff. An extra click at the 1, and then some clicks at the 2 and the 3. Swing myself around, keeping this maneuverability going with my MC30s.
Alright, so now the invisible hand goes. The invisible hand has a concentrated fire. The attacks will be the following. The first attack will be the frontal shot, right into the pelter, or Demon Mothma, and I'll wave at her. And then the side shot's going to go back into that pesky MC30 number 14, who is making a mess out of my Mothmas.
Okay, so we're starting with the front shot. Front to front into Phoenix Home. These are the Phoenix Home defense tokens. And Phoenix Home has no shields on the starboard side, no shields on the rear, 3 shields on the front, 2 shields on the port, just so you guys know where everything is set up. No, you cannot hit the side if you cross on my line.
Okay.
So it has to be the front.
Yep. Okay.
Good thing to check though. So you get 2 red, a blue, and 2 black, and you have a concentrate fire.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank range into my Mothma. Rare to see 2 accuracies on reds, but that's actually really bad for me. You did. Assault proton torpedo. Alright, do you want to use your con fire here? Having a red. Concentrate fire. It is a blank.
Of course. Okay. So,
Alright, what are you locking down?
Let's see. Wait. Now, first of all, do I use the droids now?
Yeah, during your attack step, but they're only used once because remember they exhaust and you refresh at the end of the round.
Right. Well, this is
So it depends on who you want to give the raid to. This one or my MC raid.
will be squadron, of course.
Squadron raid on Phoenix Home.
Now,
What are you locking down?
locking down. I'm gonna lock down the evade and the brace, basically.
Yep, that's the best thing to do. So I will be burning my redirect. But before I take damage, I take the assault proton torpedo. I'm assuming you won't, because remember assault protons are 1.
Yep.
You're gonna use it on this attack.
Oh yes, I want.
Yep. Phoenix Home.
All right, Phoenix, yeah, let's do it.
Yep. Thruster control malfunction. The yaw value for my last joint is reduced by 1. That's not the worst I could take. And then I'm taking 4 damage, which will go on all my shields. I'll drop my port shields and front shields go down to 1. So, yeah. That was a pretty good hit. Especially locking down. And of course, I will be taking a ram.
Yeah, you will be.
Once these attacks are done. But first, we now have the side arc. Going into the side. This side has 2 shields, and my front has 2 shields, if or else no shields on, or 1 shield on my starboard, sorry, on this marked MC30. So this is where we get the, I guess what they call confetti dice. Maybe you could say disco dice.
I like disco, but I'll go
Yeah,
disco.
that's disco dice, yeah. So 2 dice of every color. Come on in. And you're doing good with these accuracies. It's helping out. So the rocket droids and the assault protons cannot happen again because those are once per turn, basically, because they exhaust and you have to activate them. But still, fantastic roll. The only thing you can modify is if you want to leading shots any of this by taking out a blue, but I don't see why you'd want to do that. This is great.
Really. I'll just basically.
What would you like to?
Probably an evade and 1 shield. I mean, it's. Yeah. That way you can.
That's me from re-rolling.
Yeah.
That's really good. Advanced projectors are going to save me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Burn this redirect to take it on all my remaining shields. I have exactly 5 shields left. So shields down on the named, or the marked MC30. And then we ram. We both take it face down, so this will be my face down for Phoenix Home, and then the face down for the invisible hand. Lastly, we got Bright Hope. It is a concentrate fire. And I am flacking out the side at the Horror, which has a green brace and exhausted scatter. It's trying to get Rob to spend his scatters. We got nothing, concentrate fire, and it is a hit. If you don't scatter, it's dead.
Well, then I guess I always scatter it.
Yeah, burning that scatter.
Yep.
Stupid Horror vulture. And now you get to attack me, actually, because I'm moving, and that's stupid. Really good benefits. So, blue-black. I'll just put it all here. Accuracy hit.
Wait, on torn far?
Yep.
It's only red, right? It's a ship.
Oh, it is a ship.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that wrong on my Phoenix Home.
Oh.
I just like being, playing on hard mode.
Yeah,
I'll just leave it with Phoenix Home, because I messed up. So red. It's a hit.
Oh, it's a double.
And I will scatter it.
Oh, really? Oh.
Shocking. Actually, I don't have to scatter it. It's Bright Hope. You're not attacking my rear, so the damage reduced by 1.
Dang it.
It's always nice having Bright Hope on my side instead of having to deal with it on your side. Okay, Preamble movement speed 2. I have a nav token if I want to slow down. I don't know if I want to slow down. I think I want to get Bright Hope just right into the mess and just get in everybody's way.
You gotta get her drunk, I'm telling you.
I am going to do that. I'm going to land on this X-Wing, and I think on this Vulture. Yeah, maybe not the Vulture, actually. No, if I would have hit the Vulture. So, alright, where are you placing them?
Alright, so the X-Wing, let's see, what's that be against? I'm gonna put it on the side towards, we got a lot of, this is like a California pile-up over here.
It is.
Alright.
A lot of traffic here.
In the rear. Not on the station, but just outside.
Okay.
And then
And the Vulture?
Vulture will be on the next one on the other side, over here toward me.
I actually forgot to activate these guys last time.
Oh.
These guys have not gone yet. So none of your guys have gone yet. So he's
Well, there, that, it's not
so where's you going?
On starboard side of your right hull, the back there. Yeah.
Okay.
Swarm, all that
And
jazz.
speaking of squadron phase, it's just going to be Rob doing movement and attacks, so I'll just take a picture here and let you know where Rob is sending everybody. Alright, we're starting with the Horror Vulture, which is in between the X-Wing and the B-Wing. Has to attack the X-Wing because X-Wing has escort, so blue-black. 2 hits, X-Wing goes down to 2 health. Goes down to 1 health, that X-Wing only had 3 health removed. Okay, the 2 Vulture droids are just moving behind where the MC-30s are. I'll show you that at the start of round 4, but the 2 Tri-Fighters are attacking Phoenix Home. They get black dice, they are not bombers. So, first one. It's a hit. Re-roll it. Blank. Then next one is a hit, can't do anything about it, face down, 1 health left on Phoenix Home. So we'll be back at the start of round 4. Start of round 4. No activations of all fighters follow me this time around. We have on 1 with 1 health remaining on his last legs. Remaining rebel squads fighting desperately against these droids. The Invisible Hand, which is untouched except for a couple ramming damage. But other than that, it hasn't been attacked yet because they're holding a Jedi hostage. I didn't want to get any raids back yet. The Magnificent and the Beast of Burden are actually not looking too hot. The Beast of Burden just self-inflicted damage. Magnificent taking 2 salvos from some MC-30s. Things are not looking good for the Rebellion. We'll see if the Rebellion can pull it out or if General Grievous can secure this victory. Okay, so this is going to be the last hurrah of Mothma. And I just remembered something on my card I should have used last turn. Lando Calrissian should have been used on that big province.
Lando?
Yeah, and I didn't use it.
Well, you can still use Mr.
It's not going to do me much good with 2 health left.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
an engineering.
Yep.
Spending my 3 that out of my 4 to heal the crit that I have, 2 health left, 1 shield on the front. I'm going to be flacking out the back. So if I can't kill the Horror Vulture, that's 1 health left, no scatter. And then, do I do a front shot? I mean, you can salvo back at me. I do have Lando, so I think I will do it. Start working on the invisible hand. So yeah, I am going to do a front shot after I do my flak out the back. Okay, we'll be starting with flak out the back. I did not bring the Horror Vulture's defense tokens. It has a brace, only 1 health. It does not matter. I just need 1 hit. Torn far. The Horror Vulture still alive. Alrighty, so front to front into the invisible hand. This could be suicide. We'll see. It's almost suicide anyway. Hey, I got an accuracy. No salvo back.
Even if you do 1 damage, right?
Yep.
But you did 1.
3 damage.
3.
No salvo.
And no salvo. Now let's see. I'm gonna brace and then redirect.
Okay.
Wait, I have 5 shields on the front. Right?
Yeah, 5 shields on the front.
So I'll just brace.
Brace and take it.
Keep my shields, yeah.
Alright, shields down to 3 on the front. Alright, I'm at speed 2, and since I got rid of my crit, I am allowed to get that extra turn at the end there. Let's see if I actually clear. That is barely clearing, but now I've just presented my butt to the invisible hand that has no shields.
Alright, the Maleficent is acting next. It is a concentrate fire dial, and it'll be firing at the MC-30 out on the port, starboard side, sorry. And out of the front, it'll be firing at the Bright Hope and to the side. We'll see if we can get anything and see if we get those drunken cards. I'll also be using an engineering token to get some shields up. It'll be a shield on the starboard side. I'll pick up 1, which we have done already.
Okay, starting at the MC-30, shooting into the back. 3 reds. Better, much better than your last attempts. Alright, do you want to concentrate fire on this attack?
No. But I will accuracy. Let's see.
Yeah, wait. Got all the MC-30s when they're fresh up. What am I going to accuracy?
Yeah. I'll accuracy a shield just to be a pin rare. That's all.
Okay. I will go and use my Mothma to reroll both the remainder. That did help. So, just 1 damage as a crit, which I'll be spending my other redirect, to send to my starboard side. So starboard side shields down, but it was attacking the back and we did damage, you get another victory token. And now for the front to side, also close range, into Bright Hope. 2 blue, 2 red.
And concentrate fire with me.
Yes. No accuracies yet.
That's what I'm using.
Yeah, fantastic shot. If only you could stop this scatter. What do you want to con fire in?
Blue.
You don't want to do it in red?
I'm sure.
Sure you don't want to do it red?
I'm sure.
Positive. Okay.
Well, I don't know. It's red, so.
It is not an accuracy.
Ah.
So massive damage.
Guess what?
I get to use the Drunken Pilots now with
Yes.
Bright Hope. It is scattered, no damage. Using his token, he has a nap token, speeding up to 2, getting on the station, and I'm assuming healing your critical effect damage
yes.
card. Okay, we are going to be going with Torn Far and Bright Hope. Landing our boarding parties is a squadron command dial, and we are going to be rescuing the Jedi hostage. So we can now, Jedi hostage has been freed from Grievous's clutches. We can now fire free at the invisible hand without having to worry about raids. And we also did some sabotage, because only 1 defense token now can be spent by the invisible hand. And then we're going to do a flak out at the horror that has 1 health left, no scatter. A stupid vulture. It's so annoying, but it's so good. So 1 black, and got it, barely. Bane.
Well, the best thing was, as we say, she's the drunk and all that. When you rolled the die, it hit her. She wobbled a little bit
And rolled it
and
off.
rolled back. And
That's
killed
part
it.
of, that's part of the Torn Far Bright Hope party bus that
Yep.
is now becoming a staple of this
It
channel.
definitely is. Yeah.
So I will then ram into the invisible hand, take a damage, but then I land on the station and heal the damage. So no net effect.
Perfect place to be.
Yes, that's where the drinks are.
Alright, so the invisible hand is activated. It is a squad dial. And it is activating its 4 squadrons that are left. I'll be activating them one at a time because this is very, very important on where I'm going to be sending them.
Yep, everything. So I'm just going to take a picture. It's same thing where his attacks go. It all depends on how well his squads do. So he'd also use an engineering token to raise his front shields up by 1. So I'll just take a picture and describe as best I can where everybody is going and where the attacks are going. So the first squad activation is going to be the Afrock Tri-Fighter coming into the port side of actually the same Whistler sitting in the rear. Spear position so you get victory tokens. So you can fit in there barely to get line of sight angle on the yellow dot. So alright, 1 black. Blank. Whew!
Alright. Second Tri-Fighter is going in then.
Okay. Unfortunately, you won't be able to fit into the back there.
No.
Because there's not enough angle room. So going into the side.
Yeah.
Again, just so you guys know, no shields, except 1 shield on the front of Phoenix Home. And as you can see, only a brace and 2 health remaining. So this, the DTS, coming in. Blank. The Force is with Mon Mothma. Alright, I'm going to send the Vultures over. They get red dice.
Yeah. This is probably what I should have done in the first place. Yeah, I'm sending the Vultures over. I didn't really want to, but I'm going to.
Alright, first Vulture coming in into the starboard side, getting a red. It is a hit. I have to take it. 1 health remaining.
So then the other Vulture.
And then the last Vulture. Can they nickel and dime? Can they drop Mon Mothma?
Pick it apart.
Into the starboard side. 1 red. It's a crit, and it's not a bomber, unfortunately. Mon Mothma's alive! So the invisible hand, Grievous is gonna have to do the side attack. That's what I was hoping for. Unless you want to, you can leave her alive for a whole other round if you want.
I could.
You could.
I could.
Yeah.
Her ship's not as imposing as the other 2 are, actually.
Her ship is not imposing, but she is very imposing.
So, but I think I'll just take her out because she probably cost the most.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I'm getting her benefits.
I know.
So,
I know. So yes, Grievous is shooting.
So side to rear.
Side to rear.
2 red, 2 blue, 2 black. Into the back, no shields. 1 health remaining. You just need 1 damage to get in. And I'm going to do this too little, too late. Lando is going to try to save the ship. I should have done this on the last round's attack. All blanks! No, Mon Mothma goes down in a side barrage, as well as her ability. Alright, where's your second attack going?
My second attack is going from the other side into the MC-30 that's going to damage the most back here.
Yep, so that MC-30, the marked one, this is one that's on the back left of your screen there, guys. No shields anywhere. And 3 health remaining, and these are his defense tokens left, and Mon Mothma is dead. So really, I don't even know why I brought the redirect over. The redirect over does not help. There's no shields. So this is where some serious hurt can come in. Again, we've got 2 of each, the disco dice. Oh, before I forget, you get a victory token.
Oh yes.
Because you did damage to the rear of Mothma. Alright, disco dice. I like dropping dice all the time. We'll get it later. Wow. Wait till you see this, Rob.
Look at all blanks. Oh my god. That's okay.
You're gonna stop my evade.
No, you didn't want that. I got leading shots.
You got leading shots. That's why you take leading shots.
That's right. But unfortunately, I'll have to take a
Which blue are you taking out?
Well, I'll take out the blue, blue
accuracy. Yeah, because you already got the only one you need.
Right.
That's so, you're obviously not re-rolling that.
Right.
This is really hurting me. So Base, you just need 3 damage.
Yeah, so let's do it. Who's got 3? Can you
You got it.
get boom?
Grievous. Throwing it down. My Mothma's dead, so my whole plan is in disarray. Technically, my whole plan was in disarray when I sent those B-Wings in way too fast. But now here's the aftermath. Attempt to do a hard turn to the starboard. Try to swing his butt out and hit Bright Hope. And he does. Bright Hope takes a damage. Visible Hand does not, because flagellas do not cause damage to other ships when they ram. Well, made some poor choices. I definitely should have done that MC-30 first before it died. But, see if I can't salvage something. So I'm revealing a navigate on my remaining MC-30. And this could be foolish, but I am attacking. I could probably kill Beast of Burden if I attack that, but I really want to see if I can't swing for the fences and drop Grievous. I think it's the only way I can pull out a win. So I'm going to attack Grievous. Front and side, double arc into the side. Alright, we're going to start with the front to side. The side to side will be obstructed. I am clipping the Beast of Burden.
Oh wow, okay, so you're going for this torpedo.
Yeah, see if I can get an assault proton. Although after this I throw these dice. How they go, I may change my mind and do a side shot into the rear of Beast of Burden because, yeah, see if I can't drop it.
Before you do that, my thermal shields can be used once or as often as only once?
Well, it's brace. So I have 3 dice.
So what are you using on first? The front? Okay, I'll wait. I know the sides of the
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Yep.
I know that too.
Sure you don't want to do your thermal shields on? And I will... So this is what I got so far. I will... I'll also do it. Ordnance Experts. Same difference, but I got the hit crit. And do I care about stopping anything? Yeah, let's torn fire that. I'm going to stop your salvo. So, hit crit.
Take it.
So not going to spend anything?
No?
Okay, and I think I will then use my APT on this. And so, face up damage card. Point defense failure. When you're attacking a squad, you have to remove a dice from your attack pool. I don't think you'll worry about that too much.
No.
And then, shields down to 1 on the port. Now, actually, I am going to change my mind. Because you reminded me about your thermal shields. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Actually, fair, you know, right?
Yep. I'm shooting into the back. Beast of Burden. Because the Beast of Burden has done so much damage to itself. It only has 2 health left. Granted, it has full shields. But we're going to see if I can take it out. See if I can score some ship points. I need something here. So, 2 blue, 3 black. See what we can do. Alright, I'll be using that. This was terrible. So definitely Ordnance Experts here. This actually might... But I could force you to take a face up if I do get an accuracy here to stop your redirect. I'm just from a normal crit, and if it's structural damage, I think I will do that. 2 on the back. Yep. Yep. It is not. So I will stop the redirect, and you brace it down to 2. It's the same difference, really. I'm gonna stop the brace. So redirect. So you're still taking 1 internal. So I actually might get lucky. It's 4 damage. So 2 on the back. That actually would have been the same difference if I got accuracy 1 on the side, and then regular crit going in. So face up. Come on, structural. It is injured crew. Choose and discard 1 of your defense tokens. You got that one last time.
Well, certainly he doesn't have any. Oh, yeah, he's over there.
Yep.
Okay. I'll discard. Let's discard the shields. I don't think I have it on it.
Discarding the redirect, keeping the brace. Alrighty, that was kind of a mediocre attack. But he's down to 1 health. Maybe I can bump him with something. We'll see. Or he'll bump himself.
Yeah.
I can to slow down to 2. And I did gain a victory token from shooting into the back of Beast of Burden. And positioning here, we get the double arc. into the back of the invisible hand for next turn, since I am first player.
Alright, so now the hard cell's going. It's an engineering token. Engineer dial, I'm sorry. And I use it to repair one of my damage card, my face-up damage card, which means now I can fire at 2 ships. First ship I'll be firing out my side, my starboard side, into the MC-30 that moved around behind the invisible hand. And I'll be shooting out the front into Bright Hope, hoping I can dim its lights a little bit.
Okay, starting with the side to side in the MC-30. Hit. I'll go and evade that. Accuracy, no damage. Okay, so now front to side of Bright Hope. So you get 2 red and a blue. Can you take down the party bus? No accuracies. Do I want to burn my scatter? Because I'm about to really eat it.
Oh, you're taking
2
Nice.
with Bright Hope.
3.
Yeah.
Nice one, Bright Hope.
You know what? I'm going to spend an evade. See about this crit here.
Oh, good double.
Nope, same difference. I will burn the scatter. No damage.
Ooh,
Yep. So, movement. He's only going to speed 1, but this time he's going to run into Bright Hope and give Bright Hope a damage. And he's going to land back on that asteroid field, take it face up. Please be structural. Please be structural! Injured crew. Choose and discard any defense tokens. That's the 3rd time you've gotten that card, so all defense tokens going.
Are you sure you shuffled this deck?
You could take one of the structural damage. I'll give you that.
No.
Sure.
It's like all 3 in a what?
Okay, start of round 5. Rebels barely hanging on. Only a lone MC-30 holding the board. This X-Wing on the right here moved onto the station to heal 1. And this X-Wing and B-Wing basically moved over here to get in the way of the Munificent, letting... Hopefully Rob will run over it. And then I can position where I want for bombing in the squad phase. Over here we have this hard cell that just keeps running into the asteroid field but still manages to stay alive. And the party bus only has 1 health left, no scatters. This could be the end of the drunken, torn, far extravaganza. We will start with my remaining torpedo frigate. It is a navigate per usual, and I do have a front side double arc going into the rear of the invisible hand. Once again, start with the front shot, unloading torpedoes, front to rear. 1 blue, 2 black. And I'll just go ahead and do Ordnance Expert, see if I can't get that crit. Before I do it, it's too late now. I forgot to ask about your thermal shield, but obviously you're not going to do it on the 3 dice shot. So we'll leave it as is. Just 2 hits going into the back.
Take it on shield.
No defense tokens. Okay. Shields down on the back. And again, a victory token for doing damage with a rear shot. Ooh, now, do I unload? Your shields are down. That's good. I think do I want to do that, or do I want to try to end Beast of Burden? No, we're going to go for broke. Going for Grievous. Alright, thermal shields.
Yep.
Alright, and because of the Jedi hostage being rescued, that is your only defense token you can spend.
Alright, I understand that.
So I've got, you can get rid of half rounded down, so which 2 dice are you getting rid of?
2 black.
2 black. Alright, we got 2 blue, 1 black. I got so lucky. 4 damage with an assault proton, which would be 5. So, and because the hostage was taken, the brace has already been spent, nothing else can be spent.
Yeah.
So, start with the assault proton, face up. Projector misaligned, your hull zone with the most remaining shields loses all its shields, so that'll be your front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wow. That's a nasty
Yeah,
face.
that's a very nasty card.
Oh.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4 face down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means you've taken 8 damage, 1 health remaining. And you can bet yourself, and I am going to try to ram you to drop Grievous. So this is going to be close. I'm staying at speed 2, using my nav dial to get the extra click at the 1 to do an inside turn. And this is going to be tight, but I think this will clip. Let me move this so it'll fit in, because this is going to be within inches.
Yep.
And that does ram.
Yep.
That'll be the first spot where I don't. So we both take it face down, and somehow this hero, MC30, drops, and that's actually going to be on top of him so you can place him.
Yep.
The debut of the Grievous flagship, but it's not over yet, because I still only have one ship on the board that is holding the board.
Alright, so the frigate's going next, and it'll be firing to Bright Hope from the sidearm. I'm sorry, this was a engineering dial. I'll be using the engineering dial to get the string of shield up in the front.
2 shields, because you get 4.
shields.
It's full dial. Yep.
And I'll be shooting Bright Hope in the rear from my side arc there.
Yep, and it is obstructed, so it'll just be 2 reds, but no Bright Hope benefit coming in the back, and Bright Hope does not have a scatter, so it's not impossible, because Bright Hope also only has 1 health remaining. Alright, 2 red, into the back, side to rear. Double accuracy. The Torn Far Bright Hope Drunken Party Bus lives on. The legend was made when they survived an Executor 2
Yes.
close range front shot, and the legend continues to this day.
Oh, it survived a...
Yeah, the
Yeah.
very front of an Executor 2 Superstar Destroyer, right in the front.
What?
And because I didn't get a single accuracy with rerolls. Scattered. Yeah, that was almost a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was insane.
Yeah.
And there's not going to be any flak at the front, guys, because this variant of the Munificent only has 1 flak, and it would be obstructed, so no shots flacking out the front. Okay, Rob, so the Munificent is going to turn in to hopefully maybe last round take out the MC30 and get a tabling victory. However, while doing so, he does land on my X-Wing and B-Wing so that we're stationed here. I have to choose where I want to put them. I also put them in the back because, yep, that is 2 shields in the back, 2 shields in the front, so same difference. And do the superior positions victory points. Okay, we are going to go with the Drunken Party Bus. Bright Hope is a squadron. Get to do 3 with my expanded hangar bay, and everybody, as you can see, is coming over here to take shots into the back of the Munificent. Has 2 shields back there. Then I'll be taking a pot shot flak at the Afrock. Okay, this is where we are going to be putting the point defense ion cannons to the test. Defending against bombers making a bombing run. So first, we'll start with the X-Wings. First X-Wing, coming in. It's been so long, I'll double check. It is red, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, X-Wings are red.
I'm a rebel.
Yeah, and I will not be bomber commanding that, so crit. Gonna use it? Do it?
Yep.
Alright, point defense. Make me reroll. Still a crit. So damage on the shield. Shield's down to 1. Next X-Wing. Blank. Bomber command. Crit.
Again.
Point defense. Accuracy. Point defense worked there.
Yep.
And now for the B-Wing. Can the B-Wing do the biz? Do I really want to go for broke here? Of course, leaving it like that, you might not want to reroll one of them. I'm going to leave it like that. Make you make a choice.
How do you roll?
Roll the blue. Still a hit. But no crits, so shields down and 1 face down. 2 health remaining on the Munificent. And then the pot shot flak at the Afrock. 1 hit, scatter, I'm assuming. I got nothing else coming in.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, Bright Hope is going to be turning in to try to get out of the front arc. Now I really would like, we'll do actually that angle, and I would really like not to have Bright Hope die now, just to keep the legend going.
Alright. I'm activating the hard cell. It's really been a hard time for the hard cell. It's an engineering dial, and it's going to be using it to repair one of its problems. And now it's going to be shooting out the side arc towards the MC30. And at the front, it's going to be doing flak shot at the B wing.
Starting with side to side in the MC30, 1 blue. It's a crit. I'll re-roll that. It's a hit. And then I'll redirect it to... Redirect it to... I'll do it to the front. See, it's down to 1 on the front. Then flacking, which one do you want first?
Let's do B wing.
B wing, hit, and X wing, hit. So both take 1 damage. Next up will be the squadron phase, and actually you do have some squads there, so let me take a picture and we'll do some of his anti-ship that's on the aft of the MC30. Can I get it in the dice tray? Accuracy. An avoids a droid that's on, we have to be hitting the front or side actually, either one.
Side's got 1, front's got 1.
Yep, same difference.
So, for front, why not?
Front. Hey, there's a hit. I'll live dangerously. I'll re-roll it. Watch you get the double now. It is a double.
Nice.
Using my green redirect, using my advanced projectors, I'll take 1 to the port side and 1 to the rear.
Ooh.
And then his Tri-Fighters are just going to move because attacking Bright Hope in the side is worthless because of Bright Hope's ability. He's going to try to lock down my squad so they can't move around anymore. And then we'll be at the back at the start of round 6.
You just need to drop the...
Start of round 6. Yep, this is a tight battle. Brutal. Ships hanging on the last legs. Squadrons hanging on the last legs. Inexplicable survivals happening. Looking at you. We're going to go ahead and go with this video's question for the $50 giveaway to Admiral Tater's Ship Shop. Just comment in the comments below. And the question is going to be, we've done all squadrons now of all factions, so now we're going to go specifics on small ships. So we will start, actually, since we're being the Separatists. There's only 1 small ship, so I'm actually going to, for the Separatist, do a... it's obviously going to be the hard cell. That's the only option you have. So tell me how you like to run the hard cell. Maybe your favorite build of the hard cell. How do you like to trick it out? Do you like the battle refits? Do you like the transport? What upgrades do you like to use? How do you like to run them? Do you like to run them in swarms or just 1? So go and give me your favorite hard cell builds, and if you've never run a hard cell, just go to theory craft and give that to me in the comments below, and that'll enter you in to the giveaway or give you an additional entry. We will be starting with Bright Hope and Torn Far. It is a squadron command. I can only reach my B-wing here and my X-wing. I'm going to see if I can get lucky and drop one of these specialty Tri-Fighters that are very annoying. And I'll be flacking out the back as well to assist with that. Okay, so for better or for worse, I'm going after the AFROC. Start with the B-wing. 3 blues. Accuracy and 2 hits. Brace to 1, so 1 damage, and then counter back.
Yep.
2 hits, so B-wing is down to 2 health remaining. And then B-wing is down to 1 health remaining because of the AFROC's ability. Very annoying. Tri-Fighter. And X-wing. Same 1. X-wing's probably going to die from this because it only has 3 health left. So 4 blue. Accuracy. And 2 hits. Tor and Far. If I get another hit, that's it for this guy. So, race to 1, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Oh, actually, no, hang on. Do I want to do that? I needed that hit. Because then both my flags can just scatter. If I stop your brace, force you to scatter, it still won't kill you. I needed that other hit. Now we'll just let you take the damage. So, stop the scatter, brace to 1, 1 health left, counter back. 1 hit, swarm. 1 hit, so he's not dead. Then he takes the Afrock damage. X-Wing is down to 1. Then flacking on the Afrock. Hit, scatter. On the other one, scatter. And unfortunately, I'm not able to drop them, but you will be dropping me most likely because you have that 1 health left. Enemy squad face.
Well, don't they have a counter right now?
They do. Yep, we just roll those. Yep.
They did.
And then, flak out the side on that vulture. Nothing. And now to see if I can't maneuver to not ram myself and kill. Alright, so it's either going to be ramming or flying off the board, or this potential we're going to try to avoid turning as hard as I can to the port. Definitely landing on him. Don't know if it'll be enough. We'll see. No. So Bright Hope rams and dies in a blaze of glory.
The pilot suddenly sobered up.
It's like,
Alright, so I'm with a hard sell. It's an engineering dial, which has been basically. And it will be using it to heal itself.
heal the damage.
Little damage. And then it'll be flacking out the front and the side. Because I think I can hit both.
B-Wing, not dead.
Nope. Dang it.
X-Wing, not dead. Further X-Wing
Let's see.
is in range, not dead.
Need to fix those systems.
Yep, and then movement, trying to get to the station. Just a hard turn like that.
Yep. Hard as I can do. I won't be on it, but.
I'll be landing on these guys.
Oh no, that's not good either. I didn't want that.
But he's gone.
Yeah, he's already gone. But I'm going to save myself from him attacking me. So I'm place him like that.
That's why I didn't want that.
And B-Wing, actually, on the station. I don't think that gives me a health, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about getting obstructed shot from the Munificent for his flak. That's what I'm doing there. For my MC-30, no shots of worth. I have some flaks, but I'm not going to kill them. They're full health. I'm just going to slow down to speed 1, just so I don't get in the double arc of the Munificent.
Alright. Now the Munificent's turn. It is a concentrated fire dial. I'll be using it. And I got 1 shot definitely on the MC-30. I'll be using it on my side, and I will be I'll be flacking out the front and trying to kill off that little
Alright, want to do the flak first?
Yeah, let's do the flak first.
X-Wing has 1 health. 1 damage. X-Wing is dead. Alright, now off the side. Side to side. Long range. 3 reds. Clear shot. Then actually in a hit. And then concentrate fire. What do you want accuracy? Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna burn this at long range. No damage. And we'll actually keep it here. His movement's not gonna make any difference. And squad play, the only thing that's gonna make a difference, he has 2 vultures. Could you hand me the distance 1?
That's a little one.
Yep.
Oh.
That is very close. It's not cardboard to cardboard. So only 1 vulture, the other one is out by a millimeter. So 1 vulture to attempt to get a victory point, basically. It's not going to kill him. It's a crit, but vultures are not bombers. So that is it for the game. This is going to be ultra close. So I will tally up the points, and then we'll be back at the post-game interview. Okay, so we have the tally, and it came down to the Rebellion killed 291 points worth of ships and victory tokens, and the Separatists took out 341. So only a 50-point spread. It's pretty close. The basically, if I could have, that hard sell surviving, somehow was just absolutely crazy. He kept landing and not getting a structural. but getting all those crew injuries.
Yeah, that was one right after another.
Yes.
Nice.
So it was a good debut victory for the Separatists in Invisible Hand, but a good moral victory that I was able to actually drop Grievous in Invisible Hand
Yes.
with the Ram, just barely. So, Rob, your thoughts?
My thoughts. Well, I have to say, I think I played it right on the Separatist side, except if I did not have Jedi hostage, I think the Invisible Hand would have lasted longer.
It would have.
I really did, and I was the only. Now, I like Jedi hostage. The problem is you have to get close, and you have the ships to do it.
Right, but here's the counter to that. Because you had Jedi hostage, I was intentionally not attacking the Invisible Hand until I took care of it.
Right.
So if you did not have the Jedi hostage, I probably would have actually focused down on it to try to drop it faster.
Right.
So it would have been more turns of me attacking it. So it's almost like a
50-50.
Yeah, 50-50, you know,
Depending on how you,
to see how it goes. Because it did stop me from attacking you because I did not want the raids.
Right.
So,
and then once I started locking him down with the raids, when you did a couple times, and then with the rocket troopers as well, I would stop you from like using squadrons and engineering one time, and then I can put them on.
well, you gave me those raids, but they weren't. I mean, the raids actually didn't affect me that much. Because when you gave me the squadron raid, I wasn't planning on doing squads anymore. Because I was going to try to heal. When you gave me the squadron raid, my mom was then dead. So, just because of my delayed attacking, I was able to avoid the raids, and also because I didn't get in range fast enough for you to attack, to use your rocket troopers. You were able to put a couple raids on my MC-30s. And you gave them concentrate fires, but again, that's one where it wasn't as critical to me because I was running only navs with the MC-30s.
Right.
Because I wanted to maintain their maneuverability. Now, if you would have raided, navigating, that would have really screwed me over with the MC-30s. When you got, I think you had 2 chances to raid me with them, and it would have been really bad losing that maneuverability.
Now, next time, I will not be leaving the Munisman and the hard cell, so naked, as I call it. But
it was tough not having the dice mitigation with your attacks. There were several rounds there in that Magnificent rolled in no damage or 1 damage on the red dice.
But the point defense ion cannons, I like those.
Oh, I think that might have saved your life.
Yes.
I think it saved Nixon's life.
It did.
Very, very good upgrade card. Yeah. Fantastic upgrade.
So, in general, I like them all. I did get a chance to use thermal shields once.
Used it once?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was nice. And then the Invisible Hand title. That was just a lot of fun.
That was,
Alpha Strike right there on top of your fighter.
That was so brutal. I'm so mad at myself for misplaying those B-Wings at the start, playing them so far forward. Where you were able just to move up, drop, and get the double AI, and you wiped 2 B-Wings, and 1 got down to 1 health. And then they were basically locked down for the rest of the game. I think I got 1 bombing run at the end when you ran over 1, that was it. So, complete misplay on my part. Also complete misplay mean I should have slowed down with my Mothma.
But you also have to, you gotta think that B-Wings are always 2. So you're like, alright, I could get in the action right away.
Yeah, I was trying.
And you're also using an Imperial player using faster ships.
So, I was doing all the measurements.
I'm sure.
So it was one of those where I wanted to try to get them in, because you went speed 1 to start, and I deployed them as far forward as possible. Basically, they got a speed 2 move and then a speed 3 move.
Right.
So a speed 5 move, essentially. But even that was not enough to get them in bombing range of your Invisible Hand on round 2. And that was my attempt. I would have been just out. And that's why I didn't go with my Mothma first that round. Thinking maybe I should have. And just deploy them forward anyway. And then you're still going to drop all the squads on me.
Well, I was watching it at the same time.
But then I would be at least have my B-Wings on your Invisible Hand.
Right.
So.
And that's what I was watching out for. That's why I started speed 1, so I wanted to see where because luckily speed positions helped me out a lot.
Oh no, it was really good position for you.
You get to play everything. I'll go, okay. Let's see what I do. And then I went speed 1 because I knew, okay, second player, usually a good idea to see what the other player's going to do first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, since I had all those ships loaded, and I could see 4 B-wings? Yeah. 4 B-wings or 5? 4. 4 B-wings coming in at me. I'm like, no, they gotta die. So I wanted to get close enough, but not close enough where he could get in. So I had to get to that right spot. I had to get to the right to 3, within 3, for my invisible hand to drop the swarm of an Alpha Strike and take those out. And
that's another benefit of the invisible hand, having the distance of 3 to drop them as opposed to 1 from reserve hanger deck. So that's where you get that benefit. And yeah, it was well worth it.
Oh, yeah.
And also that's why you would take Flight Commander so you can move and drop the Squadron Command.
And then Grievous, just anytime you killed one of them off, Grievous just kept getting my tokens back. Defense tokens.
And Grievous was very beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
He helped out a lot in several other occasions. A great commander.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be one of the more popular ones for the Separatists for sure.
He's with me.
And I'm very surprised Munificent survived 2 double arcs from MC30s. I can't believe that happened.
I'm happy it happened.
I can't believe that happened. That was unbelievable. And I also can't believe your hard cell survived my rear shot into it. I rolled really poorly on that side shot into the rear. And the thing is, though, if I would have gone after that, said the invisible hand would have lived. So it's like I went for the invisible hand, got the moral victory.
You did.
But it wasn't quite enough. I really should have played Mon Mothma more safer, speed 1. That's how you're supposed to play Pelta. It's not supposed to, as the command variant, especially when you have your commander on it. I should have stayed further back and just played played more of a slow roll, even with the B-wings, do a slow roll and see where you were going to drop your squads first. But Mon Mothma was great while she was alive.
Oh, no, she
so I still think,
especially MC30s.
Yeah, I still
that
think
was one test you want to do.
Yeah,
the MC30s.
I wanted to put to test my ranking of Mon Mothma, and it worked.
Yep.
With MC30s with Mon Mothma, I mean, my goodness, those evades and then redirects with advanced projectors is super ups the survivability on the MC30s, and I didn't even have the titles on the MC30s. You had titles on top of that.
Right. Didn't have Lando on one either. Because if you had Lando on one, they can give you anything you want.
Lando was on the Phoenix Home, and the Phoenix Home might have actually survived if I would remembered on that front shot you did on me. And to use Lando on that big hit that I took, where I took 5 damage and you dropped all my shields. I should have Landoed that. I completely forgot. That was probably, other than me misplaying the B-Wings, that was definitely the second biggest mistake, not using Lando on that shot. That was so frustrating.
But on the MC30s, it was hard. I got 2 on red dice accuracies. I think twice.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what are I locked down? 2 redirects and 2 evades. So what? Whatever I locked down, basically, okay, I got the double of the others. I get another one.
Yeah. MC30s are great with having the doubles of their defense tokens for sure. So. And I think if you do Mon Mothma with another list, I'd still say MC30s with Mon Mothma, and then let's say you don't want to go bomber heavy, put a couple CR90s with their double evades. Super increases their survivability. That means they can actually get in medium range now and still cancel dice. I think my Mothma is still, I think she is great. I stand by my ranking based on this. She showed how excellent she is. I just need, when you play her, keep her safe, don't let her die. That's what, slow her down.
And back line.
And don't let her die. Or put her on her assault frigate,
Yeah, or something.
Or something.
Starhawk. Well, I guess that would.
Well, that'd be interesting. Mon Mothma, Starhawk with an evade. That title.
And a bunch of MC30s.
Yeah, hey, give me ideas.
I know. Hey, you got stuff to do it.
So, anyway, again, it was really fun to see the new stuff on the board.
Yes.
Some new upgrade cards, obviously the new ship. Hopefully the other ones will come in soon. Hopefully they get this sporadic release thing under control and figure things out. It's kind of crazy. So, and also don't forget to comment in the comments below. Since there's only one small ship for Separatists, you can't give me your favorite because there's only one. Go and give me your favorite way to play the hard cell. If you haven't played it, just in your theory crafting, you're putting together a list with hard cells. How do you like to run the hard cell? How do you like to outfit it, etc.? How many do you like to bring? one or swarms or mid-range, that kind of thing. So, and put that in the comments below. That'll give you the entry into the giveaway, or an additional entry if you have it, if you've already entered. And hopefully I'll be able to reschedule with Robbie the match I was supposed to play with him, and that will be featuring a subscriber list again. I've got one planned for that one, and that will have this ship. And this is what Robbie got. So we'll see the invisible hand again. This time faced by Robbie at gear. So hopefully that'll happen this week.
Good.
So once again, thanks you guys for watching. Great game, Rob.
Great game.
Good win. This was down to the wire.
Yeah.
Down to the wire. Both of our hearts were racing, and we were sweating. And we had an audience. The Professor Albert is sitting off to the side here. He was observing near the end. Hopefully we can get him back on the channel again for a Batrep or maybe a board discussion or something. So until next time, take it easy.